Attention, Gooners! What's happening with Arsenal is serious, and no one in English football is ignoring it anymore. After an absurd defensive performance, the team left the Premier League on alert. Alan Shearer, yes, the greatest goalscorer in the history of the league, just issued a heavy warning. Have Arsenal become unbeatable? Are we seeing the birth of the best defense of the last 20 years at the club? Stay with me because what has been said will surprise you, and perhaps change everything you think about this cast. This isn't just about winning games anymore. And let's move on to today's news, but first, just check if you're already subscribed to the channel, because the next videos will be a series of content that will help you stay informed about everything related to Arsenal the Gunners. Turn on the notification bell and select the All option. Once that's done, we'll send you everything last minute that comes out of Arsenal's back rooms. Gunners, we have a goal of likes to reach this video of 160 likes. In the last video, we reached the goal in less than an hour. Prove that you are a real Gunners and leave a like so we can reach this goal soon. Here we go. Gunners, pay attention because we have a lot to discuss about Arsenal's current situation. I'm Guilherme from the Arsenal News Today channel, the best place in the world for everything about Arsenal. Let's get straight to the point, because what's going on at the club deserves the Red Army's full attention. Arsenal secured another difficult victory, this time against Fulham, playing away from home. Craven Cottage has never been a walk in the park for the Gunners, and managing to win 1-0 there, with a defense that was practically untroubled, already shows clear signs of progress. Traditionally, the team encountered problems in these types of matches, but now that has changed. The wall is back. When you look at that defensive line, it's hard not to consider, are we facing one of the best ever seen at Arsenal? Goalkeeper David Raya was safe. Jurrien Timber seems to establish himself as an absolute starter ahead of Ben White. Gabriel Magalhães continues to command respect, and the mix of youth and quality on the left side, be it Ricardo Calafiori or Marlon Madueke, brings freshness and solidity. Elite quality, the guys are hungry. The merit doesn't just go to the four at the back. The containing midfield and the tactical structure allow the defense to be less exposed. Declan Rice appears consistently, but it's Thomas Partey or even Boubacar Kamara, depending on the lineup, who add muscle. Result, 3 goals conceded in 8 games this season. This is not coincidence. It is construction. Right, I believe, if you trust that Arsenal will win the next game. Furthermore, there is a detail that many fans may not notice instantly. The victory came without the attackers shining, showing that the team evolved to win in different ways. The scorer didn't need to decide, but the structure did. And this is key for a team that aims for something more than just fighting. Speaking of strikers, now comes the most controversial topic, Viktor Gyökeres. The Swede arrived with pomp after scoring 97 goals in 102 games for Sporting CP. Expectations were very high, but so far, 3 goals in 10 or 11 games for Arsenal, and this is generating debate. The legendary Alan Shearer spoke about his performance. He's not at the level of Kane, Haaland, or Mbappe, he said bluntly, but he brings something different. He runs behind defenders, opens up space for others. That has already improved Arsenal, he added. If this were a simple striker sees the goal and scores movie, everyone would be foaming at the mouth waiting for the goals. But the context is clear. In English football, adaptation is tough, the tactical system is fierce, and Gyökeres is showing other attributes, movement, pressure, opening lines, that don't always translate into an immediate goal. And this needs to be understood. Comment confident if you think Arsenal will win away from home this week. We can't ignore that. As Shearer points out, he needs to improve the numbers. Football demands goals from whoever occupies that position, but the club seems to give him the time and sequence to transcend mere numbers, as long as, of course, the results appear. For now, he's helping, even if he hasn't mastered it yet. Returning to the defense, the solidity that Arsenal shows does not appear by chance. The club has been looking for this balance for years. Before they were empty in big games, now they can resist, move the ball, control the pace. This gives rise to thinking that this cast has the maturity for something more ambitious. One step at a time, but the path is paved. Declare, I am a Gunner. Support the team in any situation, victory or defeat. The atmosphere in the crowd also changed. The Red Army is breathing more calm. Not that hysteria of, we always have to win or the world ends. There is trust, but also demand. The 35-54-year-old fan, my loyal audience in the UK, Kenya and Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about. That mix of hope plus demand. And here we are. Of course, the Z-Links and post-game podcasts are still buzzing. Some ask, will this Arsenal team win the title? Well, voila, it's a long walk. The top of the Premier League is in sight, but so are the pitfalls. As Jamie Carragher said, the real test will come between March and April, when nerves hit and clubs with less of a winning record feel the strain. But one thing is clear. Arsenal have changed their game. The mentality is different. The base is firmer. You can feel the support of the fans. The club seems more cohesive. It's time to trust, not complain. Strength, Arsenal. If you think the squad will react and win the next games. Returning to the subject of Gyökeres, I repeat, he can and will score more goals, but perhaps not at Portugal's pace. And it's okay. The team is not depositing all its chips on him. The goal distribution is impressive. 9 other players have scored this season, more than any other team in the league so far. This shows the collective working. When the entire attack contributes, there is less pressure on the top scorer. This favors his adaptation, and it favors the solidity of the team as a whole. Arsenal are no longer dependent on the man with the ball and are becoming a team. Right, I support, if you believe that Arteta is the right coach for the team. Now everyone, stay tuned because there's more. The club is already thinking about the future. Even after spending more than $250 million last summer and signing 8 players, the work doesn't stop. For 2026, the priority is to reinforce the left flank of attack. There are candidates named Rodrigo, Nico Williams, Rafinha, and Antoine Semenyo are the most mentioned names. The most logical, according to analysts, is Rodrigo. Already proven quality, a situation in which Real Madrid could listen to offers, reduced playing time. Everything contributes to Arsenal attacking. Nico Williams pleases, but it seems unlikely that he will leave Athletic Bilbao now. Rafinha may not fit into the long-term strategy, and Semenyo generates risk due to his price and age. Arsenal moves like a big club should move, looking at what's ahead, and not just what's in front. Rodrigo seems the most balanced bet. He has Champions League experience in decisive moments, and on top of that, he can adapt quickly to the Premier League. Declare turning time if you think Arsenal still have a chance in the championship. And look, the next chapters of this could bring heavy twists. There's movement going on behind the scenes. There's a manager watching. There's a player uncomfortable with the bench. The cast will need to hold on emotionally because a small fall could be fatal, and the pressure from the fans will not forgive them. The next video will bring a complete analysis of the sequence of games that are coming. There is a direct confrontation. There is a classic. There is a decision away from home. Stay ready because I'm going to bring behind the scenes, strategies, internal statements, and that hint of raw truth that traditional media doesn't show. Activate the bell and don't let it pass. This channel is for those who truly breathe Arsenal. Comment Gunner from Heart if you are ready to support the team until the end of the season. And look, you haven't seen anything yet. What's coming in the next few weeks could completely change the course of our season. And look, Gooners, pay attention to what I'm going to say now because it might take you by surprise. If Arsenal manages to maintain this defensive consistency, continue winning games without depending on a single top scorer, and on top of that reinforce the squad with intelligence already thinking about 2026, no one will stop this team. But there's a problem, and this is where the bombshell comes from. If Gyökeres doesn't step up for good by December, Arsenal will look for another number 9 before the end of the season. This is already happening internally. Discussions have already begun. The name is being kept confidential, but sources very close to the club indicate that Arteta will not wait for another Pepe to happen. The board is happy with the tactical impact that the Swede has been making, but has already made it clear. If the goals do not start to appear until the turn of the year, the planning for January will be reviewed, and this includes a possible strong entry into the market, even with the window being short, and values inflated. Just imagine, a solid, competitive, organized Arsenal with a new killer in command of the attack. Then, my friend, no one stops. Now tell me, Gunners, would you let this moment pass? Are you really going to risk missing the next video with all the details of this possible bomb on the transfer market? Subscribe to the channel now, activate the bell, and mark all notifications, because here we experience Arsenal in real time, with the passion that the club deserves and the truth that the fans need to hear. And if you want to keep up with everything that's going on, rumors, behind-the-scenes, injury updates, behind-the-scenes activities, and that strong review of the cast's performance, now access the exclusive playlist that is pinned in the comments and also on the final screen of this video. It is the definitive hub for anyone who wants to know absolutely everything about Arsenal. I said everything. Click there and watch the content, because in the next video we will reveal the 4 names of attackers who are being monitored if Gyökeres continues to have his foot blocked. Comment below, "Victory is ours," if you trust in the 3 points against the next opponent. And answer me, would you keep Victor in the team until the end of the season, or would you bring in another killer now in January? I want to see your opinion in the comments, because this discussion is going to heat up. We'll see you in the next video. And hey, prepare your heart, because some heavy news is coming.